Um, Hello guys. It's been a long time since the last time I streamed. I think here could go either way. I think he's a fish. So probably going for a bet on the flop. I think just giving up here is fine. So he went for an overbet on the river, which is worth noting. Hopefully we will get some action on one case as well. Playing one case a fun. I'm a little bit nervous because, I haven't been playing for uh, I think I'm going to be folding. So here I think checking back is fine because I dominate most of his check folding range and have good backdoors. Block betting is also an option. So he went per pot. I don't think he has many fives here. I think my hand is pretty good for a call because I beat all of his bluffs. And if he had a 7, he might, he might even bet the flop. Check 9, okay. I guess let's limp. Yeah, I think this board we're going to be playing 100% check. And I think check raising is good because he should not be betting all of his juices, but he might as well. Actually calling is also good. I don't know. He went for 1.5. The problem with check calling is that usually I don't have enough bluffs on the river because he expects me to check raise most of my draws. Okay. So just calling that his range is super polarized. He either has a 5 or a bluff, so no reason for me to do anything else. And I don't think he has a 9. I don't think leading here accomplishes much. It's funny that he chose to bet 1.5. Oh. I will go into check jam this. I don't think he ever has a 9. I don't know. This is weird. I don't know what he had. Oh, actually I should have open jammed, I think. Yeah, I thought we were a little bit deeper. He's aggro fish, right? Okay. BGB. BGB means he uses big bets, like big sizings. I actually have okay. Actually, probably open jam in here is slightly better, I think. And raise an a6. I think just over jamming with 7s is the line. Here, I'm not a big fan. Yeah, let's go for a bet. It's close. Okay, have an easy fold. And this guy doesn't value bet on wet in position. Value bet river to fin. Okay. So S10 offsuit, 13 bigs, let's go for limp. And go into 2-barrel. I think I want to use a bigger sizing on this board. And this is fish, usually just going to be opening. I don't want to be limping that much. 35. I guess it's fine. I don't think we should be betting super polar here, to be honest. And definitely checking the river. This is close. And 3, nice. Yeah, I think folding is okay. If I had king 6, maybe. Checking back is cool. Checking back also betting. I could go either way. So he should be having a linear strat here. Definitely should be betting. I think something like... I don't think I want to be building a polarized strategy here, so let's go like 1.5, because I want to be betting some jacks here for pot control. Okay, nice. And on the river, I think we should be going really polarized. In case he hits a 6, in case he has a 10. I don't think I'm facing too many check raises here. This is actually a close spot. I'm not sure how to play it. Ace-5. Looks like a jam. Calling is fine though. I should mostly be jamming this hand, I think, but it's like whatever. Here's a fish. I don't know. Checking is good. Calling is good. We have plenty of backdoors. And just gonna be betting the flop. Okay. So it looks like I'm just gonna 3-barrel here. Raise jamming is an interesting line. I think calling is okay. Going all in is also fine. Yeah. Let's call down. We have he opens 3.5. Fuck. I think folding is fine, to be honest. I don't think it's that bad. He opened in 3.5. I don't think it's that exciting. I just think that fish who opens 3.5 is usually, you know, usually has a very strong range. If in case he has a 4, I think close click free betting is close. I don't think he's going to be bluffing here a lot. But he might do something stupid. It's just a cooler. Like, I think GTO mostly is going to slow play this hand. Yeah, this is tough. I think we're supposed to call. I don't mind either way. This is not a good bluffing card. So we're losing only to like pocket pairs. I think jamming is the line. Like enter a king. I'm just gonna give up here. I could go for bet check back, but I think if he has a 9, he's going to check it every time on the river. So I don't actually think it's a good bluff. Even though GTO would probably disagree with me here and choose this particular combo to bluff because this is the bottom of my range. But I don't know. Should we wait for the river to bet? It's close. Probably a jam is fine. Queen high has some showdown value. Yeah. 3 is pretty bad. We block his 5-3 and 4-3, plus he uses a huge sizing. Just calling and check folding him. Yes, min raising is good. Just going for a click and click here. For a small bet. Actually, I'm not even a big fan of calling a check raise here, but he shouldn't have that many aces. But there's his fish, it usually does not work out very well. So if he had Jack 10, would he check here? Should we turn our hand into a bluff? I don't think so, I think it's a little bit too loose. Wow, that's interesting. We're close to the bottom of our range. Like, he's not repping much here, but I don't know. He check raised the board. Jack 10, Jack 9, 10, 9. Does he have like an ace? Just check the turn and bet half. I don't know. Whenever I don't know, I feel like just folding there is fine. Like, it's very, very close. Should we go ahead and value bet the second time? I think his range is somewhat capped. Because before he was like, I mean, every time when this happening, especially when we have a 4, I think we're pretty screwed. Should we raise the river? We're losing only to queen 9. And he might go ahead and bet 2 pairs like that. I think raising is fine. He might be overplaying his range. I went for a value bet on the turn because like before he was check raising king 6. So it looks like he has a very capped range. I think I should be bluffing here, to be honest. Like, he min raised. Range somewhat strong. Check dry board. I mean, he's min raising 71%. I think it's jam. Like, it's not like he's min raising only good hands. Yeah, we don't have that much action. Okay. I feel like versus a lead, we could just fold the flop, to be honest. It doesn't look like a good investment of our money. Okay. Have some $60 spins. So I guess let's play those. I think we should be playing like one at a time. In case I will get action here. Rack another 500. What do we know about this guy? I usually play kind of polarized strategy here, and 7-9 seems like a good check back. Versus fish, you could go for a c-bet, it's fine. I don't really mind. Probably just going for a call. I don't know. Let's probe no equity, which means he's probably over bluffing here. Guess just calling. I don't know. Read jamming. Guess just calling is fine. Okay. This is close. I think we're supposed to call this. Actually, I don't remember. This tells you how much I haven't been playing, that I don't remember this stuff. I haven't been playing for 2 months. I think we're just gonna give up on the turn most of the time, because he's not going to be floating enough on the flop. So just barreling here, I think, with our combo. Yeah, I don't think we wanna go super polar. I mean, he wrote me, which means he knows who I am, which means he's probably a regular, right? Okay. He should be playing a polar strategy here, but I suspect he's just going to bet. Yeah, so I think actually I should check raise this, because if he bets 10 and jack every time, then quite ahead here. Okay. Looks like a block on my side, to be honest. I don't think we want to be betting very polar here. We could block bet again, but I think it's just a check call for us. It's an interesting spot. Okay. Should be checking this back. Like, it's funny, but at deepest X, he cannot bet 100% of the time. So I think I could exploitatively go for a check raise and just show down king high. He should have bet. That's a mistake. It's close. I think it's call. It's not really close, but versus fish, for example, I think it's close. Okay. I want to open my Nash calling range versus fish. It's for 12 weeks. Okay. I'm not very good with Nash, as you can see. Not very good. Not my strong suit. Okay. So another one. Probably usually go for an isolate. Limping is fine. I'm not sure if he's a reg or if he's a fish. Like, if big blind is a reg, actually he was from Brazil, which is unlikely, him being a reg, so I think limping was better. Like, if big blind is a reg, then isolating is clearly better, in my opinion, because I don't want to play three-way out of position with a reg on my left. It's not a very good spot. But, like, if he's a fish, then obviously I want to jump in. Okay. Slovakia. I guess I'm supposed to bet this hand. I don't block his floating range. I should be checking back some fives. This is not one of them. Should be pretty polar on this turn. It's unlikely he has a five. He should have quite a few sixes. So let's go for a polar strat. I don't think checking back makes too much sense because it's actually close. Like, it depends whether he's a regular or if he's a fish. Because if he's a fish, like, the reason to check is to protect my check and back range, right? So I don't think it's a good bluffing spot. It's like I expect him to check call a lot of draws on this turn and bet huge in the river. This is what should be happening. Has quite a few ace highs. Has ace jack, ace queen. I'm blocking ace queen, queen three. I think I'm supposed to be giving up this. Okay. I think I need a pair to have a check jam in range here. Like queen three is just too weak. That's funny because I'm always like queen three. I could just go all in. Why not? Yeah. So I'm not sure I'm supposed to be using a block bet here. Checking is fine, to be honest. But again, I don't think he's betting a queen versus my check ever. Here it's like half pot, 6.5. I don't know. That's an interesting spot as well. And now I remember why I stopped playing spins because of this. Just no fucking action. I don't want to learn MTTs because MTTs are like so long. Like, and if you start playing, you cannot leave. But maybe, you know, that's what I need. Would be calling if small blind 3-bet jams. I'm sorry, I'm not commenting much again because I'm so out of shape. Snap checks again. It's fine. I don't even think I should be calling here. It's funny. Well, probably I should. Yeah. My pot odds are too good, but I don't know. It could be a jam, but that's fine. I don't think he 3-bet jamming much, especially once I min raised into a small stack. Well, it makes my mini raising range a lot stronger. So maybe I could mini raise slightly more as opposed to jamming, but it's really close. I'm not sure like whether he's a reg or he's a fish, so I'm just gonna play GTO strat. This board does not have a flush draw and it's not that connected, so for now I'm going to be playing like a little bit more linear strat. I should be splitting into two sizings, but I think having only one sizing is fine. Having king 5 as a backdoor flush draw is a good hand to check back. And I think I'm supposed to be folding there. Just showing it down. I should be delaying some king highs and ace highs in this turn. I should not be playing a very polarized strat, because ace highs, for example, need a lot of protection here, and I could get called from king highs quite a bit. And making him fold a hand like 7-8 is sort of good. Definitely betting here. I think I'm checking most of the turns because I have a very good draw. This is not one of them. I think we're too shallow for me to check back this flush, I think. Because if we go deeper, I would be checking back some flushes, and this might be one of them, because this is the weakest one. But we're kind of shallow, and his range is really capped. It's an interesting lead. I have to call. I don't think raising accomplishes much, because I have some showdown value with queen high. Again, it looks a lot like he has a 4, so I don't think I should be turning my hand into a bluff here. And if he bets, a 5 is a really bad card here. I think I'll be just folding. Doesn't look like a good calling hand, because I block a lot of his bluffs. I guess I'm just going to minimize this combo. Let's minimize this combo as well. This is a good barreling card, even though I expect him to be check raising this board quite a bit, but like there's not much can do. Okay, let's go for this. Like my hand is good, I think, because I unblock a lot of his folding range, and this is like close to the bottom of my range. Check 7 isn't different. I think people are not check raising with flop wide enough. Like I think it's close. Like I should not be betting here 100% of the time if I'm playing perfect GTO, but people are playing bad enough. 9-8 is close. I think we should be betting this. So it looks like he's a fish, to be honest, because he's leading to many boards. So this hand is a good raising combo, but versus a fish, yeah, he's a fish. Okay. I think calling makes more sense. It doesn't look like he has a 10. I think we should bet like half pot. I don't think he's going to call big here because he doesn't have to pass. Like I don't know. I don't want to go too greedy. I think it's very hard for me to extract value, even though I should be betting really big, really polarized. I just think his range is extremely weak. That I think exploitatively betting like half pot is fine. So has a leading range, which tells us a little bit himself. His pip is extremely nitty, so I don't think like ISO jam and 7-6 offsuit is the way to go. Just going for a bet here. Again, he looks very nitty, and he could have an 8 here. That's the problem, and he should not have many kings because he open jams a lot of them. I think giving up is fine. Whoa, okay. Like my problem, so we're definitely limping free phone. My problem with the river bluff was actually fine checking because he's so passive. Like he's never probing enough bluffs, right? Yeah. Like c-betting he is fine, but he's never probing enough bluffs. He's very tight because he didn't bluff 7-6 here on the river, which is like, you know, clearly a hand he should be bluffing. I think limp folding here is better. And I think here going for a c-bet is fine. So just go in polar. I don't think he has a lot here. Just 6 and jam and river is the strategy which I would go for. So he raises. I mean, I'm just going to call, and looks like it's a caller for me. Well, he raises ace-6. Okay. Just I didn't want to jam because I didn't thought he would raise an ace there on the turn. I think he either has a bluff. Just going down. Okay. He either has a bluff or he has nothing. Min raising is fine. I think king jack here is either min raise or an open jam. And just fold. I think again, I don't feel like jamming accomplishes too much. This is very close because he has 10 bigs and he's very aggressive. So I feel like calling makes some sense. Like I'm calling to call a jam. I don't know. 5 deuce offsuit seems like a very weak hand, and there's a fish on the big blind, so I'm going to be opening ace 4 off. Isolating eights for sure. I think just open jam and ace king suited, and open jam and ace deuce off. I think checking back here is fine. Limping 10 deuce might be fine here as well, to be honest. So he doesn't have a lot of aces. Yeah, we're supposed to call this. Checking is cool though. Like I block too much of his calling range, I think. Let's go for another 100. I guess we're jamming. It's a very weird spot for me. He limped 5 bigs, but at the same time he's very weird. I think just betting twice is fine rather than slow playing, or I could. I think his limping range is very strong. Like he's limping and checking back range on this flop. Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know what the fuck he's limping for big blinds is. And checking back ace high board. Yeah, shoot. Speaking here is interesting. Hand is way too weak though. I should be limping a lot wider here, but it doesn't seem to be the combo. Again, he's opening 3.5, so it's like he's open jamming, but it's stronger. I could even go for a lead here and fall to a jam, because I'm always behind. Checking though is more standard. Queen high is interesting. Oh, he jams. I think I could fold, to be honest. It just looks too strong for me. Okay, so he doesn't have that many aces. We have a queen of hearts. Again, let's bet for protection. Like, it looks like we're betting for protection and we have an ace. Queen of hearts is fucking dank. I don't think he has much. I don't think he has ace deuce here. Check back the flop. Yes. It's hard for me to put him on a range. Fold. Fold. He's like, fuck. I knew he was bluffing. I think I could raise. Call this. Yeah, I just fold in here. We don't have any backdoors and he's a bet in a ton of, ace highs and shit. Yeah, just calling here is fine. Check raising is also good. I probably would go for a check raise. It's fine not to have a wide calling range on this kind of board. It's interesting. Should I be bluffing hand with no equity here? I think I could. Yeah. I think it's fine. Okay, when the draws did not hit, I think we should be giving up. He's now folding an ace. Yeah, I think giving up here is fine. We would have better bluffing hands. Probably checking this back. Actually, it's okay. I don't mind either way. I feel fine checking this back again, to be honest. I need a river raising range. It's an interesting spot. Okay, I don't think we could allow ourselves to bet big here. Actually, let's pot. Check 7 suited, 7 bigs versus fish. It's 9. I think isolating is good. Checking is good. It's close. Go either way. Block betting a check-in. Again, I think checking here is fine and betting twice later. But actually not sure. I mark a lot of hands, which I'm not sure, as you can see. Check jam in the turn is actually an interesting line, but he seems to be extremely passive. I don't want to be too capped here, but I feel like this hand is just like I need to go for bets call. I block a king, so not much you could do. Have to jam this river. Yeah, I think it's a call. My hand is way too strong. Okay. Like I'm gonna have plenty of hands there. If I'm not calling this, I'm overfolding by a lot. But it seems like a spot where, you know, no one's bluffing enough. So maybe technically, you know, I could find like superhero fold, but like if I had a weaker flush, maybe it's fine. Looks like a good check back in hand, you know. I don't need much protection. Okay, I guess we're just calling. It's funny that he chose for this small size. Calling or raising, both fine. Let's raise. Actually not sure. Just calling is the most standard line because I don't need more protection, but I have a lot of queens which want to be calling there as well. And I should build a raising range which consists not only of sevens, so it seems close. I think this hand I'm supposed to check fold, even though I should be building a donking strategy on this turn, because this card helps me more than it helps him. I guess we could block bet this. Like, because most of my range wants to go for block bet there. I'm checking seems good versus a fish. And just going for bet this time. It doesn't look good. This doesn't look good. He snap bet the turn. I block his 10x. He's jack high. I expect to show down. I think we just fold in there. It's fine to go in this combo. Yeah. Check hands on as well. It looks like a cool. Let's go for a nice one. We should be folding here, but versus a fish, I think Lincoln is fine. He should be obviously limping a queen jack suited. Like, it means his limping range is very weak. So we should take a note of that. Open jam, queen jack suited. If we have time, I mean, obviously I don't take as many notes when I'm playing 6 tables. But when you have time, I think it's important to take notes. So we remember this guy is really, really aggro. He seems to be he seems to be blocking a lot, you know? Or not the opposite, like playing way too passively with the middle hands and playing very polar strat. I think checking back is fine, because before he was betting a big bets on the turn, so the value of slow playing goes up. I'm just showing down our weak flush. Good. Probe, pot, no equity. I think limping is the way to go. And 9-7 suited when we have fish on the big blind should be a call, I think. And our hand plays very well post flop. Not this time. Calling a check raising. We don't have that many offsuit sevens, so I think calling is better. We have better, we have better check raising hands. And if he checks back, we take it to showdown. We have 9-8, jack 9. We have some suited cards as well, and we do beat some of his bluffs. Should be ISO jamming ace-9 offsuit. It's a mistake. The only reason why would he ISO 3x instead of ISO jam is if he anticipates me to limp jam a lot of aces. But I'm gonna put a question mark there because I'm not sure. I'm just gonna fucking fold here. It's I have him marked as need. He bets spot on an ace high board. I have like a threat pair. That doesn't look very exciting. We should be bluffing here with no equity, but I think ace is a terrible blocker. I'm gonna have better hands than that. Block betting. What I'm making him fold? King queen, ace king, ace queen, ace. That's pretty much it. So I don't know, man. Some stuff. Sorry. Oh, he has pocket kings. Okay. Just giving up here, I think, because I could make him fold king highs and queen highs on the turn. Not on this river though. Oh, on this river, sorry. Yeah, here I'm just gonna give up. I'm actually curious whether I'm supposed to be bluffing no equity hands or not on this turn. Like I'm supposed to be, right? 9-8 seems to be fine bluffing choice because I don't have any draws here. So like 10-9, 9-8, 10-8 are probably the types of hands I should be bluffing here. Again, if he checks, I'm going to check back because he's very aggressive on the turn. He was probing no equity. It's fine, he bets half. I'm going to raise. I don't want to go too polar, like 3 blinds is fine. If he calls, it's going roughly. Okay. Hopefully he doesn't have a deuce. Fuck. Come on, man. So it's interesting because on the turn, he bets half pot with the nuts. So that's an important note, you know. Looks like a 2.5x to me. Obviously folding 9-7. much going on. I'm gonna go polo here. 4 blinds is fine. Whoa, that's bad. Why would you jam a jack here? So, I guess jam vulnerable. This gives me an information like if he calls, you know, if like we bought a 7-5-3 and we're like 10 big blinds and he check calls the flop, we know that he mostly have like gut shots and third pairs. Like his range is very capped because he's going to be always trying to check raise his good hands. I'm supposed to be trapping here, but I'm just gonna go all in because I don't think he's going to be very aggressive versus my limp. So there's no need to protect my limping range. Heads up 8 blinds doesn't isolate a6 offsuit, which gives me a lot of info here. Like he's extremely passive. Okay, that didn't go well. Oh, did it? Nice. Hitting a backdoor flush. Seems to be a fine 3-betting hand. Well, let's put some pressure. Let's put some pressure on him. Okay, I'm supposed to be isolating some suited hands. It's a good leading board because I have a lot more deuces than he does. Checking back makes sense. Think mostly going for a c-bet. I'm trying to think, do I build a checking back range here? And if I do I need, to have a 7? Again, his range here is very capped. I'm going to value bet a lot of aces. I think it should go like 5 blinds. I don't think I want to go like super polar. I think it's like 3/4 of a pot because I want to bet some aces as well. I don't want to bet only 7s. I have an 8 of diamonds, which is really bad. I don't think I could value bet here because he should call me with like king highs. That's interesting. I think it's a check. It's like, it's close. I'm not sure. Because it's not like, we bought like 23 big blinds, so he has quite a few aces in his calling range. I think my 7s are mixing, in theory. Just going for a showdown. I think my strategy there is quite polar. I think we're bet folding the river. He doesn't have that many draws, which improve. Potting is fine. I'm going for a call here. Could block bet this, actually. I don't think I'm going to see a lot of bluffs. Leading is not out of the question, but so just gonna go for a big check raise here. Just call into 9. We don't have a diamond. I don't think it's a very good bluffing spot. Bets half pot and he checks. He might be checking a queen because he's afraid of a 4, something like that. I don't think his range is very capped here. I should be bluffing. I think like something like 6 bigs. I don't want to go really big here. Okay, his 5 is not, it's not very good. Because he blocks a lot of my bluffs, you know. So he overbets. It looks like a call, to be honest. But I don't know. I think folding is also fine. Yeah. Just going to be playing polar here, I think. Doesn't have that many aces. Yeah, I'm not turning ace high into a bluff here, I don't think so. Definitely jamming the river. Think half pot in here. So we limp call. Block betting is cool. Check. Checking is also fine. I'm not sure about queen jack. It's like it's close. It's a close spot. And this guy seems to be a calling station. I think open jamming versus a fish is better. Going for a half pot, especially versus him. Just going for a call with queen 7. Queen 10. Just going for a call. Just checking here, right? I don't see much value to be getting that I could get from him. Betting receiver, he has some 6s. I guess just folding is a play. I think limp folding here is better. Just open jamming. Well, I don't think he has the right like tank. I tanked for a long time. I don't think it's a very good read here because I tanked with a very weak hand here. I might as well have a 4 or a deuce in that spot because it's like a really tough spot, in my opinion. Because he overbet. Had he pot, it's like snap call, but he overbet. So I don't know. It's like not quite sure what to make of it. Guess limping queen jack. Min raise folding is fine. Actually, I like min raise folding slightly more. So he 3x. Not sure what to make of it. I think we should be leading. I don't think his range has a lot of bluffs on this board. He might be checking back, you know, a ton of his queen 10, ace highs kind of hand. So going for like 8 blinds. Okay. He might have like ace 10, ace jack. Like he's a fish, so he's not going to be betting 100% of the time. And I suspect he's overplaying his range quite a bit. I could jam here. I mean, I'm in position, so let's go for a check so far. I'm just gonna show down queen high here and show down king high here. Checking back seems interesting. He might go for a check raise as well. I don't know. What did he dunk? King 3. That's a weird line. He limped ace 8 offsuit. Nice. So definitely taking a note of that. I guess we're calling. Okay. Definitely calling there. Calling there. So he isolates and then he checks, which looks extremely strong. I feel fine folding, but I think it's not what we should be doing. So if he bets big here, oh my god. He isolates and then he checks out of position twice. I'm gonna go for a bet. Ah, I knew it. I knew he was cooking up something. Because like it seems like his range is super weak once he checks twice. Probably just a fold. 14. Wow. It's a big step. I'm just going to be playing very polarized range then. Probably mini raising is slightly better, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna be playing polar on this queen. Actually, I don't know. I'm definitely not bluffing into him. I don't think I should be calling here, to be honest. Like, his check jamming range is very strong, even though I have a good draw. Probably just calling him. And limping ace jack, limping jack 3. Limp jamming ace deuce, although I'm not so sure about limp jamming now. Probably going for a barrel. Definitely calling here, given how loose he's been playing. He has every 6 and every 7 in his bluffing range. And every deuce even. So I think we have a very easy call with ace high. I think it's going to be turning 5 and a 6 into a bluff, although he has enough draws. Let's go. He has some draws that he might call. Have a flush. Maybe he could turn a 5 or a 6 into a bluff sometimes. If he bet pot, I would probably fold the flush there, but because again I'm playing versus fish. Probably just slim calling, jam them. Again, gonna go. Fuck. It's not a good spot. I need like 47% equity. I think I have enough of an edge that I don't want to take the spot. Like he's just playing so terrible, you know. So this is a spot where I think he might be over bluffing. Actually, a 9 is a very terrible card for me to have. Because I'm blocking a lot of his bluffs, so I would prefer to call with like 7-5. You know, so it's just a jam. Showing down is high. He didn't probe Jack 4, which is interesting. I guess he's just. It's Just a bet on the flop might be fine. I'm not sort of indifferent in that spot. Ace jack versus ace queen, sure. Just going for a check. I guess we're gonna be playing kinda polarized there. And just going for a showdown with an 8. Could have bet the turn, but no. I'm thinking about king 10. Just it's obvious that it's a good call. Should be bluffing this. It's the bottom of my range. Okay. Okay, I think he didn't donk. I think our draw is just way too strong. Actually, I like min raise folding king 9. It's close between betting and checking because I kind of like want to jam the turn and push him off a lot of his like 8s and 7s, but I can no longer do that. I think checking is the line because he has some 10s which he might be folding. I bet big and he just calls. I just have to value bet here now. I have to pair, but I bet huge and he just called. Like I don't see myself calling because in order to call, like 7-6 and 5-7, he doesn't have even 8-6 maybe offsuit. I'm just gonna be folding. It's close. Like versus a reg, I would probably be calling there, to be honest. Because I don't block his bluffs. I don't think he's turning a 9 into a bluff very often here. And he has like 7-5, 8-5, 7-6, potentially 8-6. But he also like has quite a few flushes. And my biggest concern is that he might be overplaying a flush. And he might be not willing to turn a pair into a bluff. I don't know. Didn't seem like a good calling spot, but I might be wrong. But it definitely did not seem like one. Even though it's a nice high board. Oh my god. I guess I'm calling. I have like good draw. Straight flush. Nice. Okay, now we will obviously go on a lane with a straight flush. Whoa. Probably just jamming a7 there. Well. Probably just check folding here with no backdoors. Queen 9 is not that good. I'm indifferent between betting and checking. I don't think we should go very polarized, very polar here. I think his range here is somewhat capped. He limps. It's just jamming is good. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have a good draw. Definitely bluffing now. I have the bottom of my range. Okay. I have some tens which I bet the flop and check back the turn. King open jam is also fine. Depends on him. Okay. This shot. Let's go for half pot actually. And just block bet. Stop. Should we check this one back? He has quite a few hands which have improved. I think not. I think we want to apply maximum pressure on him. And not apply maximum pressure, but just like get value. But I'm not completely sure. Oh, it sucks. Okay. 5. I think our hand on the turn was indifferent between betting and checking. Oh, that's so bad. Does he have an? Oh, he limps. Okay, let's go for that. Let's say maybe he has some folding range here. Nice. Obviously checking. I'm not sure what his range looks like at this point, to be honest. It doesn't look very. Doesn't look very promising. I think I should be calling with a 10. It seems like he has like a set of aces or a set of jacks. Doesn't have many flushes. Why didn't he bet? Okay. I just like when I don't know what to do, I'm usually calling. Let's choose like a good regular. Like he's a fine regular. He can find an interesting bluff like this one. So we should be calling a lot with our bluff catches. This is interesting because I'm getting to fish quite regularly, or however, AGF is in the lobby. So like, I don't get like it was a long time since I saw two fish. Usually I'm battling regs, but now like this is something unusual. I don't remember the last time I was playing versus two fish. There is always one reg in the lobby who's grinding like. Maybe AGF is playing like 4 tables. I don't know. So this guy is a calling station, right? We still could limp. Should we go for a barrel or should we check? Like here's a calling station, but we could just check and bet big on the flop, bet big on the turn. Like here, I'm just gonna go for a pot, I think. Was a fine isolating hand. Like we could consider isolating, but this guy just never folds fucking anything, so I don't know. This is close. I could bet big, I could check. This time we're going to check. It doesn't look like a good spot. Uh, Probably going for a call. Has Jack 10, Jack 8. Not a lot actually. Maybe folding is fine. I think here folding is definitely fine. Because back the flush hits. And like you should be better than no equity, which is something unusual. Most people don't do it. Yeah, sure. Fives usually are like, I block ace 5. I'm not sure about queen 10. It looks like a close. Because I might not be beating all of his bluffs, which is you know a disaster. This point, no, actually barreling here versus him doesn't look like a good idea. Okay, let's go for a bet. Yeah, just jam into 9. Okay. I think it should be min raise folding king 6 suited. I'm not sure it's an open jam. It's not a big mistake though. But it makes that slightly bigger. So pot. Limping queen 3 I think is fine. He's 3xing, which makes his range very strong. Please don't pot. If he bets huge, yeah, I have to fold. Just limping this. Either calling or raising. I think raising is better. So that I have a big fish and a big blind, but still probably fold. I don't want to be barreling here. I don't think he's folding a 5. Doesn't look like he doesn't seem like a guy who might be folding a 5 here. If he bets, I think we're folding, yeah. 8-6 and 6-3 got there. He doesn't have that many bluffs here. Even though he's very aggressive. I don't know, like, he might have 10-9 with a backdoor flash draw, like 10-9 of hearts, and he don't call raise and play it like this. But it's fine. Like, if he played like this, it's fine. I think the majority of hands beat me. The vast majority. Just folding, right? We got it in the head. Whoa. That is sick, my friend. Probably a good barreling spot. I don't know. Small blind, he limps 8 ace 8 offsuit 15 bigs, which makes me think I don't want to be very aggressive versus his limps in general. He's probably barreling this, I don't know. Jack seems like a fine betting hand, but I think bet check bet is a better line usually versus a fish. I don't think raising here accomplishes much. Again, I have him marked as a calling station. I'm going to be betting very polar range here. Just check calling probably. That's interesting because I do not have a lot of sixes, and he has a lot of like 7-5. This sort of hand. Like I should be checking back here a lot. 10-7, Jack 7. Sorry, almost folded. It would be disastrous. Wow, he called this. That's insane. Got lucky there. He shouldn't be folding there a ton, but I just had a very good bluff in combo. Like King of Hearts is very good. I'm not sure about my play. It's close. Let's go for fucking overbet because he's just never folding anything, right? Okay, this time we'll go for a check. Yeah, half button actually is fine. I don't know. 7-6, 10-6, check 6, 9. Okay. I don't block a diamond. Diamond is like one of my worst bluffing hands. I'm just gonna jam. Probably showing down is fine, although he has a capped range, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to fucking bluff him. He's insane, this guy. Let's go for an isolate, I think. Just going for a block. Yeah, I don't want to bluff this spot either. Just gonna check and probably go up. Not probably, like definitely. I don't think I should be opening this. This is like 50-50. This time I'm going to be checking, I think. Most of the time I'm betting. So this guy has a very capped range. I don't have a club. And he seems to be, I think, double checking and bluffing the river is the line here. And on the river, I think I'm mostly half potting. Just going for a call. I think if he raises, I should be folding. And just giving up queen jack after him checking back. Man, sometimes we're going to win. I don't think it's a call. 8.9, yeah, not even. It's actually reasonably close. Never lucky. Going for a 3x, and I'm gonna be calling a jam versus him. I'm gonna be bet calling this bot. Now is the time where I'm giving up, I think. I beat some of his king 10, king 7, king 6 with kind of floats. I'm just gonna be jamming this. He snap checked back. And like he is a calling station. Yeah, nice. Just folding this. Sure. No! Never like. Alrighty then. Limping jack off. Yeah. I'm sorry for playing so slow. I'm usually a lot faster, but again, I'm not used to commenting what I'm doing. And limping is fine. Okay. Probably going for a check. Overbetting makes sense. Meh. Yeah, just showing down. Like if I pot here, he should be folding some jacks. I don't think people really are folding a lot of jacks in this spot, so I don't think I should be bluffing enough. A lot. And he might be showing down his 10 high even on the turn, although he's probably smart enough to bluff it. Okay, okay, let's play. These are like two fish. His 10 is a jam. I should be 3-bet jamming even for 35 big blinds, some ace 5, ace 7 sort of combos. It's been raised this time. Throw off, I think it's a fold. Actually, yeah, it's close. 10th suited. This is embarrassing. I'm looking down at this shit. Probably limping versus him. He seems to be very passive. I don't mind checking back my combo. Don't think I should bluff in. I should be bluffing my open ender every time then. I just jack of hearts is so fucking bad. Yeah. Just giving this one up. Just calling. This dude again is very aggressive. Call Let's go for 3.5. I have to call here. Okay. Check 9, 2.5x. And I guess we need to have some aces in my calling range. Also, people are usually playing very polarized. He's overfloating a ton. Okay. Sure, bro. Sure. Should I be block betting this? Like, he has quite a few queens. I don't wanna him betting huge with a flush. Yeah, I think block betting here is fine. I'm definitely checking. Even though I have a good draw, but he has mostly Broadway, so I'm just giving up. Yeah, I just don't want to be bluffing this. Like, I'm folding, I'm making him fold like ace high, maybe. This is close to the bottom of my range, but again, like, he's never folding a jack or an 8. I don't think he has many ace highs. Okay, it's close, but again, he hits this board extremely well, and I don't want to be barreling. And I don't think he's going to be turning his hand into a bluff a lot. This is a reg I would probably be going for it. Calling because we have a fish, and king 8 is mostly call. Sometimes we could go for an overbet, but not this time. Actually, let's go for an overbet. Who doesn't like overbetting the flop, right? Puts him in a tough spot. Six five suited is close, but still opening. I don't want to be limp jamming. I think calling is better. This is him. And yeah, just call. Ace deuce is a jam. Nice. Whoa, what the fuck? He should just open jam this. This is a bad play, man. This is a bad play. Like, he isolates ace 9 offsuit, he open jams. Yeah, like, what the fuck was his open jamming range? Like, he's not balancing it at all, and he's making his raising range very strong. So his bluffs here on 9-8, 9-7, and jacks. So jack is not very good. Because he doesn't have any 8 highs in his range, so he has 9 highs and jack highs. So jack deuce is not a good call. Probably open 2.5 fold in this. Sometimes I should go for it, but not this time. Or should I? It's close. Just going all in here. Again, here I'm like checking back a ton, bluffing the river. Bet on the turn is also fine, but I don't have a lot of value bets, so I don't get to bluff a lot there. and I think he's good enough to figure this one out. If I'm just betting a good board to bluff with all of my bluffs, he's just going to be, you know, very call happy. And I don't want this to be happening. Okay, this guy is fucking terrible. Just keeps giving me money. Keep donating. Okay, let's call. It's again one of those. Okay, are you serious, man? Now you're a mega fish. Before you were just a fish. Now I knight you to be a mega fish. A mega fish. Just slow playing that. I don't think we should be bluffing. There's so many draws missed. And he just fucking calling station. Here you go. 7-3 off. Knight. Come on. You're too strong, AGF. I cannot beat you. You're way too strong. Yeah, I just giving up. Just betting once and giving up. I don't know. He's super aggressive. I think taking it to showdown is fine. Like block betting puts us in a lot of weird spots versus him. And I would just try to take it to showdown. So he doesn't have an 8. He bets half pot instead of betting pot. I think if he's bluffing, he's always bluffing twice. So like in theory, I think my hand is indifferent between calling and folding, but in practice, because of FGS, I should be avoiding any close spots. And this is definitely a close spot versus him. Like even if I'm making money with this call, I'm not making a lot. So I should just fold, I think, to preserve a big stack. Yeah, I don't have a nice bluffing range versus him. Going for this gets a value or playing Pola? I think I should check because he has a bluffing range as well, and I'm really just going for a pot bet. I don't like the bet in this hand. Wow. I just want to fold. I don't know. It doesn't seem. He doesn't seem to be creative enough to go for a bluff here. I don't know. Again, close spot. If I call and I'm wrong, I have like 12 bigs, but now I have 18 bigs. And having 18 bigs is a lot of fun. Should I bet to make him fold like. I don't know. To make him fold like king high? Maybe. So I know about him that he is opening 2.5x with ace 10 offsuit. Instead of limping or, you know, open jamming it, like in theory he's supposed to be open jamming it, I think. So that makes his limping range and his open jamming range very, very weak. No rest for the wicked. Min raising doesn't seem like an attractive option versus his strategy. And just a bit flop seems good. Just giving up. This is a good bluffing card because I block his two pairs, but versus him specifically, I just not gonna have a bluffing range. Okay. Sure, man. Going for 3.5. isolating versus him because he's never fucking fold. We could check to try to induce a bluff from him, but I think block betting is fine because I could induce a bluff from him as well. And when I check and the turn is like queen or jack or an ace, nice. See what I'm talking about? I think here I want to go for 2.5. I want to go for a bigger size. On this bot. I don't want to be just block betting. But it's close, like my hand is a good block bet as well. Like I should be mixing between the two. We have enough sixes and sevens to bluff here and deuces that 10-8 is not good, and I don't even block a spade, so it's easy check. I'm just gonna go for a bet. Yes. He raises and then he check calls. Ace seems like a very frequent card in his check calling range, so I'm just gonna be giving up. Even though, like, versus a regular, it's a very good bluffing spot, I think. Not a very good bluffing spot, but I should have a bluffing range. Not gonna be limping queen 5 off versus a reg, of course. Seems like I should be folding, to be honest. Versus him, his isolation is very is on aggressive side. No. Oh, facing a pot bet seems like a fold to me. Again, versus him, it's a close spot. And I don't think I should be calling this, to be honest. Checking this time, I should be ISO jamming sometimes, but he doesn't have a wide mini raise and range heads up, so I think his limping range is way too strong. It's going for a value bet. Going for a polar strat here. I think he's just checking back a queen a lot. And I'm not sure he's going for, just going for an overbet. Queen checks the call. Like, the reasoning to check with the king is, should I be bluffing here? I make him fold, like, he went for 5x. He might have a king. I don't think he's folding ace queen, ace jack. I think we're just giving up. Please have queen 10. Come on, one time. One time queen 10. I suspect he just has a king, and he just, like, went for a check to trap me. We should be calling here. And definitely calling the turn, unfortunately. I don't want to be bluffing this river. This is a spot where I think we should be betting. I don't know, he has some flushes. I just get value from 6-5 and 5-3. I'm not sure it's a very, very close spot because I have a lot of equity anyway, and I'm like betting for protection in case he has like a flush or like some slow plays. I think limping here is fine, or checking here is fine. Just going for bet 6-3. And I think we're checking back and calling the river because he shouldn't have a lot of aces and kings. Oh, he did have. And he didn't value bet it, which makes my river call even better. Yeah, I think his sizing is good here. He wants to bet very wide for protection. Okay, got lucky. Yeah, I think this combo should be better. Probably limp in 10-4 because he overfolds post flop to a c-bet, but it's a close limp. I just have so much, such a huge edge over him, so much post flop realization that probably limping is fine. He's not check raising the flop enough. I don't think so. In my hand is mixing, but for the most part, I'm just going to c-bet. Finally, we took him down. So having a 6 here is not very good, but I would be calling a block bet, I think, because he's probably over bluffing. Yeah. Okay. Like, even though having a 6 is not very good, but if he's over bluffing by a little bit, I think it's fine. And I think it's a big mistake on his part to be betting this small, because after me checking back the turn, I have such a capped range that a 10 should go all in here, I think, every time. Betting this small is a big mistake, in my opinion. I'll be going for a half pot. So I should be c-betting some kings. I think in 7 serves as a good check back. Probably calling king 10 suited. He's been doing some crazy shit, yeah. Like, this is an average fish, I'm just folding here. Because I'm getting it good, but like it's not that good. He should be playing a mix of linear and polar strategy. I think usually we just go for a call because we have some showdown value. We have 10-9. Do we have a bluff here? We have 10-9, 10-7. We have... Yeah, it looks like we should be bluffing this. Okay. I'm actually not sure whether we should be bluffing this or not versus his check. Because, like, we have king high, but just so many hands hit. But at the same time, we don't have a very wide value betting range, so it's close. Yeah, just call in. I think raising makes much sense. It's fine. Checking and betting is both close. Yeah, he doesn't have a strong spade in his check and back range, I don't think. Well, I don't have a spade, but I block some of his check folding range. I think checking there is fine. Like, I think my hand is very indifferent. We have some queens, we have some strong hands for value bet. This looks like a jam. I think here check raising is good. We have like very good backdoors. And we're gonna be check raising here a ton. Mostly checking the turn. Even if I hit something, okay, I can turn off. So it's good. Okay. Oh, nice. The question is, do we check call or do we check raise? Because his range is super polarized, and I think he's bluffing Queen 10, Jack 10 very often. So even though it looks like a check raise, I think I'm gonna go for a call because I think his range is very polarized, and it looks like a good bluffing spot for him. But I'm not sure. I'm gonna check it later. Just feel like because he has either aces, kings, queens, jacks, tens. Yeah, like here. Or he has some shit like jack 6 off, jack 4 off. And versus this polarized range, I don't think check raising accomplishes much. Because he very rarely has two overcards in his betting range. Because if he has like jack 10 suited, I think he mostly checking back. So calling makes more sense to me. But I don't know. He's not jamming enough jack 3, jack 2's offsuit, I think here. It's close. Okay. Let's go for nice. Block bet the flop, fold to a check raise because he's a fucking fish. 10-7 suited. Yeah, I should be calling this. I mean, I knew we should be calling this. I'm just checking myself because I have time. Yeah, probably should just limp. I don't think we get to ISO. It looks like call, but I don't know. Like it's just at the bottom of my calling range, but I don't know. I don't like. Yeah, I cannot fold now. I have an open ender with a flush draw. He might even jam a hand like 7-5. Does jamming here make sense? Like he might have a 4, might have a 9. Think we should jam. Just checking back with an 8. It looks like he hit an 8. I think he might be checking a queen now. I think we're mostly polar here. I don't think we're betting a lot of 7s, so let's go for a pot bet. I'm actually not sure, even though he's a fish. Wow, that is sick, man. 10 bigs, limping ace-9 offset. Yeah, sure. Like usually when people play limping deep, they have very top range. So how wide is he floating his queen highs? That's a question we need to ask ourselves. So 10 is not very good. Jack 10, 10-7 with a club, 10-8 with a club. Yeah, folding. Actually, calling might be fine. even though I'm supposed to be jamming this. But I think his min raising range is way too strong, given that he's been small blind versus ball blind. He was 2.5x in. Yeah, like small blind versus big blind, he was 2.5x in ace 10 off instead of limping it. So I think his limping range is very weak and his min raising range is very polarized. Like jamming ace 9 off makes sense if he's min raise calling king jack offsuit, for example, and if he's not doing that, I don't see the point. So just calling down with an ace. Mm. Yeah. Ace 10 suited is too strong. Yeah, I should fold this, I think. Ugh. Should go for a break soon. Yeah, like 2 hours already. Okay, so I'm going to give lobby to 1 million, I think, now, because I'm a little bit hungry. Probably going for pot here. Okay, so this was my video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you want anything, just let me know. Like if you want me to record it differently or to do something else. I think next time we're going to be playing less tables.